Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. And look, lo and behold, we have an actual honest-to-goodness Citadel miniature on the tabletop again. It's been a while since we've had a actual GW kit to show off. Not that I haven't had quite a few purchases since the last one. We just don't seem to get them on camera as often as we used to. But you know what? There's plenty of better YouTuber sources if you want to see nothing but GW stuff. But I couldn't help myself. Fafnir Rann here and his Imperial Fists chapter with these big, nice, honking power axes. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for dual-wielding close combat, guys. What can I say? I was a bit bummed out that the helmet that he has is unfortunately completely attached to his back there. Made in UK. Cool. Not a whole lot in terms of packaging, but that's okay. Pretty straightforward looking sprue. A little bit bigger, at least, than the typical clamshell, so that's a good sign. With that, you can at least count on having quite a few parts, and it looks like about 21 or so, 22. Good chunk there. I'm not sure what this little ring is. He does include a 32mm base. That's like the collar, I guess, for where his head is going to attach. 23 parts. Legs are 2 separate parts there. Fancy banner attached to his backpack. Okay. Nice looking ceremonial dagger there. Big Imperial fist shield. I don't know why, but whenever I think Imperial Fists, the first name that comes to mind is Kit Fisto, but that's the wrong franchise. Not a fan of his haircut, but that doesn't matter. I hadn't noticed that before, the little skulls on the ends of those tassels there. Kind of cool. Big fat grenade. Very fancy armor, and I am a sucker for it. That is a piece. Some kind of cord or ponytail. Now that I'm looking at everything, where is his helmet? I don't know. Okay, that little cord looks like it attaches from the back of his head to his armor. I guess that's the helmet. You just don't get to see it all, because there's other junk in the way, like the webbing. I mean, it looks like a pretty straightforward kit. I do like when they have the leg armor with the details as a separate piece, rather than just kind of mushed on there, like the Custodes stuff. Some of them had their own separate calves and stuff. Overall, it doesn't look too complex. Like I said, 32mm base. I'm going to have to grab the other guy with the giant fist that I like to call Kit Fisto, even though that's not his name. We'll grab him. Hopefully I know where I put him. We'll see how he turns out. Sit tight. Alright, we got Fafnir Rann all put together here, and I gotta say, it was a little bit jarring putting something together that was not Primaris sized. I mean, obviously, going back and looking at the box, it is Horus Heresy era, and you'll notice that he does not have his shield attached. I figured that's just going to be a whole lot easier to actually get him painted. I do like all the detail on him. He's very nice looking. Of course, I don't think he came with a Necromunda base, but I'm going to probably put him on one regardless. And just to further illustrate the point, so he is absolutely in scale with the traditional Marines, dwarfed by the Primaris somewhat, and then really dwarfed by his Imperial Fisto friends here. I gotta say, though, I do like this model. I think he's gonna look nice in his putrid yellow colors, which I hate painting, but, you know, it's doable. Out of curiosity, or just for curiosity's sake, so if you do want to attach this shield, there's a little puncture hole right here that I am pointing to. And what that's going to do is actually, you'll see the strap is right there. That hole is in reference to the fan on his backpack right there. There's a little bit of an arrowy point jutting out, and it's just going to stick on there like that. Not too complex, not too complicated, but there's a lot of bling and details. So for you painter types, obviously, that's going to be a lot more ideal. What's he in terms of... I'm like, not that Cawdor models are all that healthy and big in their stature, but, you know, it is what it is. Overall, I gotta say, a nice little kit. Definitely on the little emphasis there. But it is kind of nice to see something marine related that is not Primaris, that is not, you know, some ultra super expensive, well, I use that term liberally, but you know, ultra super expensive character model. But definitely from a painting aspect, I think it's going to be a fun one. And outside of his actual shoulder pads, sure, if you really wanted to turn him into something else rather than an Imperial fist, well, then again, I think there is an axe. Well, yeah, there is an axe. There's a fist right there on his axe. That might be a challenge. So, I don't know, for you converter types, it might be interesting fodder. For you painting types, definitely a fun one. And for you GW collectors, definitely something worth keeping an eye out, which you probably already have, because this is not the most timely of videos. You can see he's definitely a bit bigger than those old-fashioned, ugly, butt-shaking orcs. Still bigger than the Beast Snagga, too. Anyways, with that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.